Welcome back to the vlog. In this video, Nathan got to help tear down a wall, so hope you enjoy.
Okay, so cheap track foam TCL that we found in my grandma's house. I was thinking like maybe she might have pictures in it or something. So I took it and it was password locked and it didn't look like anything was on it. I'm just intrigued how strong it is. Oh God. I mean, not too bad. It actually held up better than I expected. Damn it. Oh, the SIM card. Cute. I just figured I didn't want little shards of glass in the house, so I did it out here. It's kind of insane how little there is, because depending on when editing happens, you'll probably see me have my old S7 apart, but it's kind of crazy how the little TCL track phone, how much less technology is actually in it than a Samsung. So when you get to the state part of your tax filing, they're trying to be pretty cute with Montana there on H&R Block. So far, it's actually free. I bet when I do state, it won't be, though. 'Cause TurboTax, I mean, unless it is now, that's why I switched, because free with the way we needed to, the things we needed to put in ours, ended up being like $200 a couple of years ago. And because I'm doing taxes,
I get to actually play my game.
She acts like I'm never going to play it.
I'm the one playing it right now, therefore it's my game.
So that means every other game in the entire library of all the consoles are mine, and you have no ownership over them.
I get to play the game that I'm playing currently at this time and period.
I'm teasing Megan. It's just kind of funny when you say it that way. It's amazing how often she says my truck, even though she's afraid to drive it.
I'm not afraid to drive it. I drove it to work yesterday.
Yeah, because you ran the Jeep battery dead, bud. Yeah.
Anyway.
I think you probably killed the Jeep on purpose, so you had an excuse to drive the truck. Nope. It was your way of forcing yourself to do it. No, she's really bad at getting the door shut tight, and if you don't get it all the way, where like the weather stripping's pushing it out a little bit, it lets the dome light stay on.
Okay, so I'm sitting here playing Hogwarts Legacy, and I just turned an enemy into a chicken. I love it. That's awesome. Okay, so now I'm in a spider cave, and I had to fight this thing called an acromantula. Oh my god, I have the heebie-jeebies now. And also, while I'm on this segue, well, not segue per se, topic, oh my god, the amount of spiders in this game, I swear to god. But yeah, the amount of spiders they make you fight in this game is freaking bullshit. I hate spiders, and they keep making me fight them, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it. The Forbidden Forest has many, many other creatures besides spiders. Just saying. Watch a Harry Potter movie. I will say, since I'm on the topic of the Forbidden Forest, so I've seen some centaurs, and I like that fact because that's cool. They were in the movies, all that stuff, but in the movies, they at least talked to you and whatever. Like, I run past them and they don't do anything, and then I start killing spiders and they don't do anything. They just keep going. Like, they are literally just walking through the forest. They don't do anything, and I don't like that fact. But I like that they're there. That's cool. Okay, so I completed my mission in the spider cave, and I cannot fast travel out, so I gotta walk out, so I swear to god if I have to fight more spiders, I'm gonna be mad. I better have killed them all. Okay, I just had to go into another cave, and luckily there was no spiders. I just had to fight a troll. And I would way rather fight a troll than spiders. Update, maybe I just wasn't far enough in the story or whatever, because I just talked to some centaurs. And they're just like they are in the movies.
Okay, so maybe that white TRX was just in Helena and happens to live here. Because I just saw it again, and I just noticed they put running boards on it. And with something that sits that tall, it's like this far below the rocker panel. And then the rocker panel you know, is like that thick, you're only making it like maybe 2.5 or 3 inches easier to get into. Like, that is not even doing anything besides making the truck look ugly. Unless, but I mean, you can tell by looking at them, they're like kind of flimsy looking ones. But I was gonna say, unless they're one that's like really hardcore and double as a rock rail, sure, but jeez. Although theirs was clean. Makes me feel like I need to clean mine, but it's like look right, I guess I'll have to zoom. I guess you can tell without me zooming, like up here in front of this van, like at the next intersection, it's wet. I went through a puddle, like on the way home from picking Nathan up. I've gone through about 5 or 6 puddles that are at least 5 inches deep. Yeah, and I mean, like, because that's the thing, when it gets warm, it's like, okay, yeah, it's decent weather to clean it, but like, look at this. Like, this intersection's a pond, and it's partly because there's 8,000 potholes. But yeah, then that water gets tracked, and then like over in the shoulder there where it's thawing, there's water. I'll just, yeah, it's kind of, it's interesting for sure. Like, there's, because see, and then if I was continuing straight here, there's a puddle literally immediately. This is a hill, so it's not as bad because it runs away, but yeah, it's like yes, it's warm, so it's like decent weather to wash it, but then it's like, then the roads are thawing, so there's water everywhere, which is all road grimy and gross. And like I said, with the quarter panel flares on that thing, if you hit a puddle the size of a quarter, the entire side's covered in dirt. So this is hilarious because the truck has a recall for supposedly the tailgate latch. They could be out of alignment. It's not like a parts thing. It's just like, it might need adjusted. My tailgates never went down randomly one time, so, but it's like, oh yeah, we can't clear the recall unless we actually look at it. So it's like, fine. So I'm bringing it in, and it's like, I'm kind of 1 minute away from when my appointment's for, and I'm probably 5 minutes away. So I'm like running a little bit behind, and like I come around the corner, I'm like, oh, neat, a Rebel. And then like, because I'm running late, I accelerated fairly hard. What on earth is... Because it's like, I'm 10 over the speed limit right now. Look at that guy. What a dope. I wonder if he's like, that's a TRX. Let's try to look cool. But yeah, like, I like kind of accelerated semi-hard right up to the speed limit. And that Rebel like zips by. Like, probably 15 over the speed limit by the time it's all said and done. It's like, dude, like, I don't know what's happening right now. Like, do any of these people actually, like, are they, like, actually, like, I'm racing this guy. That guy might have been in a hurry, too, because he, like, flew around that corner. But, yeah, on a mildly related note, just because we're talking about, like, speeds of things, that Jalen, I don't even know what his last name is, the one that was going to be high, or is going to be a high, or probably was going to be a high draft pick, that got arrested, right? Well, like, I think he was at the combine when it happened. Like, he was apparently drunk and racing, where it's like, okay, if he was just racing, sure. But, like, yeah, I mean, like, even, like, I mean, not condoning drunk driving, but if you're gonna drive drunk, drive incredibly careful. Like, you know, like I used to when I used to do that a lot, unfortunately. But yeah, like, but suppose, like when I read more details, he was in a Trackhawk, and apparently he was supposedly racing someone in an Ford Expedition. Like, unless that Expedition has, like, a, like, 10, 12 grand under the hood. Like, that ain't even a race. Like, how? Like, why? I mean, that'd be like if someone, like, pulled up next to me in a 95 S10 Chevy pickup and was like, let's race. And it's like, is that factory? Yes, yes it is. I mean, that's if the Expedition was factory. And it'd be like, you really think you can run with the TRX? Oh, I'm gonna do it. Like, yeah, that's just confusing to me. Because when I saw the vehicles, I'm like, why would anybody be wasting their time with that race? I mean, either side, because it's like, okay, within like 4 car lengths, the Trackhawk is out of the Expedition's life. And then, like, the Expedition, it's like, you got to be like, okay. Like, I mean, unless you just don't know what it is, or maybe, like, he debadged it and it's a sleeper. Well, the water park is drained, so it isn't frozen, bud. Alright, so we, I went and got the recall dealt with on the truck, and I was like, on the way home, I'm going to wash the truck. All I did was think it. I'm not even kidding. And yes, we're going to Walmart, which is the worst thing in the world, but Megan decided she needed one of those circle bottles that have the flavored water. And this is the only place to get the cartridges, besides from their website. So then when we kind of forget about it and she runs out, it's like, well, I'm not just going to go buy one, and we don't want to have to wait for them to ship. So yeah, I'm stuck going to fucking Walmart.
Right up there, yeah. Doesn't matter where. Hard! Hard!
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Look what you did. Uh-oh. Is it stuck?
Oh no.
So this is an old paper shredder, and it had a safety thing here. And the little tab here got broke off. So I made like, I don't remember exactly what I even did. I wadded something in there and then taped it in. And that's been like that for like probably literally 20 years, and it worked the whole way. This is really interesting.
By the window.
That somebody, like, they put the phone jack deal up on the wall before they painted. So yeah, that's just like the sheetrock paper. Okay, if there's anybody else that watches that has a TRX, do you ever get over, like, when you have a truck, like it was a GMC truck pass, and like as it's passing, it's so low. I'm like, what is that? Like one of those, like the older body style of Ridgeline when they still had a kind of a square nose, because it's so low. Like, do you ever get over that? Like when another full-size pickup passes me, and I'm like, that thing's low. Like, and it's like, you know, it's dark enough, like obviously, that I couldn't see much besides their headlights. Like I would almost think they're a car sometimes. But yeah, does that ever go away? Because it's like, I swear if I had this thing for 20 years, I'd still be like, holy crap, look at, oh wow, that's actually a truck. I guess I shouldn't discriminate, because anybody with a lifted up truck is in the same boat. Like if it's just, you know, normal F-150 or Silverado or Sierra or any of that, you'd have the same exact thing if you had like one of them and put like a 4 or 5 inch lifter, or 4 or 6 or something. But whatever that just was, there were like lights, and it looked like the lights on a plane, but they were going down and they were not going toward the runway. They were going away from where the runway is. It was just kind of weird. So hopefully I didn't just witness the start of a plane crash.
So much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.